Hi. Can you hear me?
Yes,
Hi.
delegation of Pakistan, please.
Okay. Hello, the delegation of Pakistan. Have one question: is what are the standards of high standards? Because we know there are many countries agriculture, and if we want to reach the high standard, that means more cost, and this will be an economic burden for many countries like Pakistan. And so we just suggest rewrite this initiative, instead guaranteeing high standards, guaranteeing standards. Thank you.
Thank you, delegation of Pakistan. Is there any questions anybody would like to discuss? If not, we would move towards, we would like to end this moderated discussion here and would like to take a vote from all of our delegation for this initiative, whether they agree or disagree. Okay, Tajikistan, you would like to say something? Sorry, please put your mic.
I'd like to answer the question that the delegation of Pakistan just asked, and about the standards. I know we know there are some international standards in the world, like the delegation of Kyrgyzstan just mentioned that there are WTO standard and there are other international standards. So we will consider them as reference for our standards, because the international exporting standard is only one. We want our food or our exporting commodities to be good enough for the international export. About the cost, the second question about the cost for the to increase the quality, to improve the quality, and the government, the local government, there are some subsidies from the government for the farmers to do this. We think there could be some part from the subsidies to do this, for the construction of the high quality soil. Thank you.
Thank you, delegation of Tajikistan. Now we would like to end this moderated discussion for this initiative and would like to take voting from each delegation. Please, if you disagree or agree with this initiative, please either vote yes or no. Delegation of India partially agree, but would like to request delegation of Tajikistan to rewrite the initiative with more clarity, so we can further discuss on this initiative.
Delegation of Tajikistan agreed to rewrite the name of standard.
Secretary General, please mark it yellow. Secretary General, please read the third and fourth initiative.
The second subpoint for this initiative states advanced remote sensing, IoT, big data, AI, and other technologies can monitor agricultural planting, breeding environmental information, and planting or generating object growth information dynamically in real time. To further popularize digital technology in agriculture, set up expert groups and advisory alliances, and use mobile apps and chatbots to deliver advisories on weather conditions, crop demands, and emerging threats. Users can directly upload their data and get information about agri-tech solutions, expert advice, and government subsidies advice.
Thank you, Secretary General. Before we move ahead with the expression of the position from each delegation, we would like to take a short 10-minute break and we would come back. Thank you to all. Welcome back to all the delegation. Now we would like to resume our discussion, and now we would like to take the position of each delegation for this initiative. So starting from delegation of India agree with this initiative. Delegation of Kazakhstan.
We agree with the initiative.
Delegation of China.
Delegation of China agrees with this initiative.
Delegation of Kyrgyzstan.
Delegation of Kyrgyzstan agrees with this initiative.
Delegation of Pakistan.
Delegation of Pakistan agrees with this initiative.
Delegation of Russia.
Delegation of Russia supports this initiative.
Delegation of Tajikistan.
Delegation of Tajikistan agrees with this initiative.
Delegation of Uzbekistan.
Delegation of Uzbekistan agrees with this initiative.
Thank you all delegation for your position. Now we would like to move towards the moderated discussion where each delegation can put their ideas and thoughts, opinion for this initiative. Please raise your hand before moving towards the discussion. Delegation of Pakistan, please go ahead with discussion. Delegation of Pakistan, would you?
Oh, thank you very much for this question. Well, we just have a few questions about this initiative. Well, what is the financial source to support this? Thank you.
Delegation of Tajikistan, please answer the question from delegation of Pakistan.
Thank you, delegate of Pakistan, for raising your question. And yeah, who will be financial supporters? Mainly, it will be SCO states who are interested in agriculture sector of Tajikistan, because these investments have high return on investment. Its practice shows, and in other countries, and as well as in Tajikistan partly. So we hope that more SCO states will be interested in investment on developing advanced remote sensing, Internet of Things, big data, artificial intelligence for monitoring agriculture planting in Tajikistan. And from our part, we will make sure that investments data will be transparent and fully support investors from other countries too. And their rights as well.
Thank you, delegates of Tajikistan. To follow up the question, with the development of agriculture in Tajikistan, how will it help to develop the whole region of SCO?
In the 15th of this month, the world population passed 8 billion mark. Elevating the food crisis is the primary responsibility of every state. So in SCO, big members also face food crisis and trade challenges caused by pandemic and conflict. Meanwhile, Tajikistan has vast untapped agricultural and water resources. About 800,000 hectares of agricultural land still unused, and Tajikistan has more than 200 rivers. And developing agriculture sector of Tajikistan will bring a lot of benefit for development of entire region. Also lifting from poverty millions of people in Central Asia, and solve the problem of food crisis in the other states.
Thank you, delegation of Tajikistan. Just to add, as in the SCO region, India and China, India agriculture practice is very best. Also China, especially in the intensified agriculture in China, and in India also the higher the economy, the higher economy of the country also depend on the agriculture. So is there any collaboration that Tajikistan is seeking with India and China?
Of course, as experienced and technologically more advanced member states of SCO, China and India can support Tajikistan and Central Asia states from aspects of policy, action plans, and technology exchange. And also, Central Asia countries are mainly lockdown countries and don't have access to the ocean. So we can China and India can re-export Central Asian agriculture goods, also benefiting from transactions from taxes and strengthening each other parts. Yeah.
Thank you. Please, Pakistan delegation, go ahead with discussion. Sorry, you are not audible.
Hi, can you hear me? Oh. The delegation of Pakistan have one question. We know that many countries have a lot of skilled people, but not all countries have the technology and equipment to digitize agriculture. So we want to know, how can we get this technology and equipment at a low cost? After all, not all countries have enough money to develop high-tech agriculture. And if we build the platform, who will operate this platform? That's all. Thank you.
Thank you, delegate of Pakistan, for raising this interesting question. SCO members includes technologically advanced member states, and including in agriculture sector, and by transferring and investing in Central Asian agricultural sector, will bring maximum return on investment, and it's for sure will make a win-win cooperation for all countries.
Thank you. Delegation of Kazakhstan.
Yeah, thank you for the suggestion regarding the development of agriculture. We as a Kazakhstan also know how the agriculture is important for the SCO region and the world in general. However, I would like to point out some questions. For example, number one, as we know that the initiatives proposed, like advancing remote sensing, IoT, big data, etc., the initiatives is good, but in order to really implement it and make it happen, it's require a clear roadmap or clear organization that will follow up on this and will be responsible for this. So we suggest to bring or rewrite or propose the specific SCO, for example, agricultural committee or so on and so forth to be established. I think it's number one suggestion. Number two, as we know, from our own experience, number one problem between not only SCO countries but in the world is the tariffs. So agriculture is very tariffs-based economy. For example, as we know, a lot of economies subsidize the agriculture. So in order to create and promote the development of agriculture, it will be good, first of all, consider about creating a unified transparent tariffs, and also the custom clearance. As you know, for example, to get the permission to export agriculture from one region to another region, it's quite hard because it has a lot of like pesticides, like someone can use, someone cannot use. So this barriers, they exist not only between SCO countries but in the world. So if we can address this also in this main topic as a development of our agriculture sector, this will be also good and helpful. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you, delegation of Kazakhstan. Regarding yes, agriculture development is very important in SCO region, and we would also like to request the delegation of Tajikistan to take all the relevant suggestion from each delegation to rewrite this point as well and make it more clearer. So you have more integration from all the delegates' suggestion. Now we would like to move on to the another initiative. So before going to another initiative, we would like to take a vote from each delegation either to agree or disagree with this initiative. So please go ahead. If any delegation would like to request for the rewrite, please, you can speak up.
Yeah, I think the heads of Kazakhstan delegation may agree. We want to rewrite it in a more specific manner, and also if it's possible to aid the trade related barriers to be addressed in this topic. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Delegate of Kazakhstan. Secretary General, please, we will be rewriting this this initiative, and please read another initiative.
The third subpoint of this initiative states the supplementing the domestic agricultural credit system is essential. By establishing transnational RTEL among SCO member states, crop exporting countries can develop together and improve their competitiveness and negotiating position in the international market by improving cross-border agricultural financing efficiency and lowering the financing threshold for small and medium-sized farmers.
Dear delegates, please let's express our position for this initiative. India delegate disagree with this initiative. Delegation of Kazakhstan.
We agree with the initiative.
Delegation of China. Delegation of China.
Yeah, delegation of China agrees on that initiative.
Delegation of Kyrgyzstan.
Delegation of Kyrgyzstan agrees.
Delegation of Pakistan.
We agree with this.
Delegation of Russia.
We support this initiative.
Delegation of Tajikistan.
Delegation of Tajikistan agrees with this initiative.
Delegation of Uzbekistan.
Delegation of Uzbekistan agrees.
Let's move ahead with the moderated discussion, and please raise your hand for the discussion ahead. Delegation of India disagree with this initiative because now we think that this initiative is a bit not clear, and it only talks about the domestic agriculture finance credit, as we are more focused on the regional development. So we strongly disagree with this initiative.
Thank you, delegation of India, for and about your question, it actually mentioned credit risk about all Central Asian countries, and because we are there are 5 countries at least in Central Asia, and it's one of the important regions of SCO, and which also has a big agricultural potential. So solving credit risk in Central Asia region is important for the development of entire region. As an example, I can say that European Union, Eastern member states of European Union are mostly like agricultural exporters, and solving their credit risk problem will be more, it is important.
Thank you, delegation of Tajikistan. And please, any delegation would like to further discuss this initiative, please go ahead. Please raise your hands first. Delegation of Tajikistan, yes.
We have to clarify that the mention that the delegation of India just talked is not a domestic initiative, because the formation of ARTER also kind of a cooperative community. It's a successful case in Russia and China for the agriculture. That means it's kind of international formation around SCO country member countries. Every country have its advantages, like promotions or channels or export channels or productive the corps. So this is kind of a big community for every country to join together, and they have provide their ability, like in this the whole flow of the food exporting. It's especially good for the small and medium farmers, like the other delegates just mentioned about the financial problem the small and medium farmers will have, because they don't have they may do not have enough money to improve their the quality of their land, or to increase the productivity. So they need more like the bank credit, but you know that the current system is not as friendly to the small and medium farmers, and because their credit is not good enough, and so like the big farmers or the companies, the agriculture companies. So what we do now here is to increase their credit to can like the agricultural loan from other countries, which this is based on the SCO member states will as the endorsement for their for them, and the return on the investment will be much higher than the cost than the cost on what we did now.
Thank you.
I hope this makes it more clear about this initiative. Thank you.
Yes, it is a bit more clear, and we would request Secretary General to add the points that Tajik delegation just now clarified, and we will move towards the voting for this initiative. And please, if you agree with this initiative after the clarification, please vote yes or vote no. Delegation of India would like to request for rewriting with more clarity. So request Secretary General and Tajik delegation to point out the discussed points in the initiative. And let's move towards another initiative. Would like to request Secretary General to read the paragraph.
The third initiative in the draft states for the development of R&D facilities for environmental protection. And on this front, the first sub-point is regarding establish an SCO green cooperation platform to address the imbalance in green innovation development between countries. Replace obsolete coal-fired thermal power plant with more economic power units and cogeneration facilities, reducing fuel losses during extraction, use, and transportation. Cooperation in renewable energy sources, eco-building construction technologies, reduce resource consumption, achievement of special requirements for comfort and rationality, and minimization of environmental impact is promising.
Thank you, Secretary General. Let's express our position for this initiative. Delegation of India agree with this initiative. Delegation of Kazakhstan.
We agree and would like to clarify some points.
Delegation of China. Delegation of Kyrgyzstan.
Kyrgyzstan delegation agree.
Delegation of Pakistan.
We agree.
Delegation of Russia.
We agree with this initiative.
Delegation of Russia.
We agree with this initiative.
Delegation of Tajikistan.
Delegation of Tajikistan agrees, but have some clarification questions. Yeah, thank you.
Delegation of Uzbekistan.
We agree with this initiative.
Thank you for expressing your point. Now we move towards the moderated discussion. Please raise your hand if you have any questions for this initiative. Delegation of Tajikistan, please go ahead with your question. Delegation of Kazakhstan.
Yeah, I will pass it to advisory. Tia Zhao.
Okay, we'll get back to the Tajik delegation. A delegation of Kazakhstan, please go ahead.
Thank you. The first question is about the investments. We believe that this initiative requires a lot of investment. So what is the delegation's idea of investment on this initiative? And also the phrase replace obsolete coal-fired thermal power plants with more economic power units. Could you also provide a bit more information on that? What is the process? How is it going to be implemented? Thank you.
Please, Russian delegate, answer the question from Kazakhstan.
Thank you for your question. Yes, in reality, investments, as you said, is the essential part of this process. And you know, for example, at our institute, we did some researches that we proved that if a company will be more environmentally oriented or will reduce carbon dioxide emissions, company also will be more effect or more profitability and more have more money at the end. So it's like a trend in our nowadays. It's a trend that if we are more environmentally oriented, so we will have more profit. That's why it's a good idea to do more investment to environmentally oriented projects. So we support that SCO countries companies support this initiative and will do more investments in this process. And concerning the second question, that like need to implement more economic efficiently power units or facilities. Yes, it's all for emission reduction. So we need to involve green innovations, yes, new technological innovations. So it's our goal. And we hope, Russia delegation hope that it will be the common goal for the SCO countries to do our business more in energy efficiency, environmentally oriented. So like we suggest to suppose like coefficients to evaluate energy efficiency, like energy return on investment coefficient or energy effectiveness, something like this. So thank you for your question. Yes, it's really valuable. Thank you.
Pakistan delegate, please go ahead.
Okay. Can you hear me? Oh, okay. The delegation of Pakistan have one question: is how to balance the environmental protection and country's development is what we're worried about, because we know reduced resource consumption and other measures means more cost, and this will be an economic burden for the countries like Pakistan. So this is really a question for us. Thank you.
Yes, thank you so for your question. Indeed, how so we yes, we don't want to reduce consumption. So consumption we have a high level of consumption in every country, but how to have such level of consumption without harmful of environmental protection? Yes, it's a question, and that's why. So we know just now in China or in Pakistan or in Russia, we use a high level of coal consumption, and coal consumption has high level of carbon dioxide and emissions and other emissions. So just now maybe we need, as a SCO countries, together discuss strategically where we will lead, where we will go, how to maybe increase the goal of renewable energy, and instead of coal, try to use another energy, how to do this process effective and useful for all people.
Thank you, delegates of Russia. Yes, it is very valid to have the environmental protection for the regional development. Now, we would like to end the moderated discussion for this initiative. If any of the delegation disagree or wants to edit, please, if you disagree, then please vote no. If you agree, but still would like to have some addition, please let us know. So let's vote for this initiative. If the delegation agrees but would like some changes in the initiative, please let the Secretary General know about it. Delegation of Pakistan.
Thank you, delegation of India. Well, we would like to have more details because we hope that it is a kind of a common recognition that crisis or energy crisis or energy security is not only a big issue for us, but also for every single country here. So to replace obsolete coal-fired thermal power plants and to have more renewable power plants or other energy source, of course, benefits us all. But about the progress for each of us, maybe it would be another issue or necessary detail we supposed to add here, so that it is necessary to say replace obsolete, but say replace obsolete coal-fired thermal power plants according to, or make a plan, make an initial plan for each country, because each country will have a different situation. Thank you.
Thank you, delegation of Pakistan. Please send your addition to Secretary General, and we will have this in the initiative rewritten. Please, Secretary General, mark it yellow, and let's go ahead with another initiative.
The second subpoint for this initiative is establish a joint training institute for integrating digital research, development, and training in the SCO, practice multilateralism, and actively cooperate with international SCO countries on biodiversity conservation through extensive consultations to build consensus.
Thank you, Secretary General. Since another initiative is also related to environment, would you please read that initiative as well, so we can go ahead with the discussion for the both together. Secretary General. Secretary General, did you hear me?
Yes. The Secretary General would request the chair country to please repeat themselves.
Since the both initiative is regarding the environmental protection, please go and read the third and fourth, second and third together, so we would discuss on this initiative together.
The third subpoint of the declaration is the third subpoint of the third point in the declaration is analyze the SCO country scenarios concerning achieving carbon neutrality goals 2060 and recommend carbon neutrality strategy 2060, development of the low carbon agenda to synchronize incentives for reorienting capital flows to finance sustainable ecological, social, and economic development of border regions. Regional authorities can coordinate to lessen the impact of the giant corporations by considering emission reduction factors in production strategies to encourage resource corporations to introduce energy and resource saving technologies in the framework of green investment projects in SCO countries.
Thank you, Secretary General. So let's go ahead with the position on these initiatives. Delegation of India partially agrees. Delegation of Kazakhstan.
The Kazakhstan delegation agrees.
Delegation of China.
Delegation of China agrees. Too.
Delegation of Kyrgyzstan.
Agree.
Delegation of Pakistan. Delegation of Pakistan.
Agree.
Delegation of Russia.
We agree, but want to add some phrases.
Delegation of Tajikistan.
Delegation of Tajikistan agrees.
Delegation of Uzbekistan.
Delegation of Uzbekistan agrees.
Okay, we move towards the moderated discussion. So delegation of India agree with the integration of institute and research in SCO region country, but would like to ask our Russian delegate to have more clarity on the formation of Agenda 2060 in the initiative.
Yeah, thank you so much for your question. So just now, agenda and this agenda is voted for us for achieving carbon neutrality. So and many countries already, many SCO countries already follow this initiative. As you know, for example, in China, we have initiative like till 2030, we need to reduce carbon dioxide emissions, and till 2060, we need to achieve carbon neutrality. So for this purpose, we need to have strategical steps and plan. Yes, as Pakistan delegating says, it's so essential. Need to clearly steps how to achieve carbon neutrality. So first, reduction carbon emissions, then achieve carbon neutrality. It must be concrete steps for every country, of course, and it would be worthwhile for all of our countries. Thank you.
Russian delegate. Now we would like to end this moderated discussion and move towards the poll. If any delegates disagree, please vote no, and if you agree, please vote yes. Kyrgyzstan. The region of Kyrgyzstan would please vote.
But if you allow me to add information, we want to change point B. So we want to add information that facing the global challenge of biodiversity loss, establish a joint training institute for integrated environmentally oriented digital research. And at point C, please, can we add information that we need to create centers of working group for green innovation development and carbon dioxide.
Please send your text in the group in chat, okay. And delegation of, I'm sorry, Secretary General will do the edition. Thank you.
The Secretary General would like to add that these statements have been added to the declaration. So now the consensus has to be on whether the delegates agree with the change of the point B to the highlighted in yellow. And then for C, the addition of this last line for this to be complete.
Yes,
thank you.
Secretary General, we will be back to this initiative after the edition of the point which Russian delegate has shared, and we will do the voting again. Thank you. Secretary General, please read the fourth initiative. Delegation of Russia, please send your addition in the chat box to Secretary General.
I already sent to the chat group to her. Yes, thank you.
The fourth item on the declaration is for the development of incubation centers and entrepreneurship hubs. For this, the subpoint A is establishment of an SCO hub based in all member states to accumulate the talents from different backgrounds, focusing on building industrial park, connecting skills, companies, and markets. Every year, member states can rotate to organize a competition pitching the business ideas they have adhering to SDG goals, where the top 10 selected talents from each nation will get a full scholarship to visit the fair to pitch their ideas.
Secretary General, since this initiative also includes the development of incubators and the hubs, so would like to request you to read all the initiative together.
The second subpoint is SCO member countries can establish collaborative IT talent development academies and technoparks to enhance the exchange of technology and experience between each other, allowing successful models to reach a broader range of regions and industries.
Thank you, Delegation, the Secretary General. Let's express our point for this position for this initiative. Delegation of India agree with this initiative. Delegation of Kazakhstan.
We agree with this initiative with some remarks.
Delegation of China.
Delegation of China agrees with this initiative.
Delegation of Kyrgyzstan.
Delegation of Kyrgyzstan agrees with this initiative.
Delegation of Pakistan.
Delegation of Pakistan agrees with these initiatives.
Delegation of Russia.
Delegation of Russia agrees with this initiative with some remarks.
Delegation of Tajikistan.
Delegation of Tajikistan agrees with this initiative.
Delegation of Uzbekistan.
We agree with these initiatives.
Let's move ahead with the moderated discussion. Please raise your hand to discuss this initiative. Delegation of Russia, please give your remark on this initiative.
Thank you so much. It's very essential to develop talents, but maybe it's not so clear for us how to support talents in long-term perspective. So, maybe can we add some like phrases or information that we need to create the mechanism of promote weakness and talents of SCO talent development academies and something like this, or on competition, and support this initiative to promote talents in long-term perspectives.
Thank you, delegates of Russia. Delegates of India agree with this initiative and think that it is very necessary to have this type of platform in SCO region to bring out the opportunities and also talent, connect the talent with different industries, which will not only help in the development of the economy of the whole SCO region, but also help in the youth development across the border. So we highly agree with this initiative. Yes, delegation of Kazakhstan. Delegation of Kazakhstan.
Thank you, Delegation of India. We highly support this initiative, but also want to add for the first program that was initiated about the scholarships for top 10 talents. Will be there any financial awards as well?
Yes, there will be financial support for the talents with the best ideas, and we will be supported during the exchange program. So yes, they will be supported with finance. Thank you. Thank you, delegations. So we end this moderated discussion for this initiative, and would like to take vote for this initiative from each delegation. Delegation of Russia.
No comments. Thank you.
Secretary General, so everybody agrees and we have consensus for this initiative. Thank you. Please, due to so the next initiative we will read and we will take the voting directly without the discussion. And if you disagree or if you think you partially agree, you can say you agree and you would like to discuss it further. So we can do that. Please, Secretary General, read.
The third subpoint is development of centers of active entrepreneurship, promoting innovative ideas and technologies that carry out its activities in the areas of development of websites, software products, and information systems for automating internal processes on a commercial basis.
We will take the vote for this initiative directly. So let's vote. If there is no any addition, we have reached the consensus. Please, Secretary General, go ahead with another initiative.
The last initiative of the draft is development of the tourism sector in the SCO region. The first subpoint is relaxing visa conditions within member countries to make traveling abroad less difficult. The second subpoint is establishing and developing official tourism websites and applications shared by member countries to provide timely travel advice and provide online travel ticketing and functions to make payments more flexible.
Thank you, Secretary General. So let's take vote for this initiative as well. So please vote either yes or no. And if you would like to have some addition, please send it to Secretary General in the chat for this initiative. Thank you. If there is no addition or rewriting of this last initiative, so we have reached consensus for this initiative on the development of tourism sector in SCO region. Thank you, delegation. This is the end of our moderated discussion, and congratulations, we have reached consensus for many initiatives that we have proposed. And now we would like to yes, we still have to take vote for the initiative for the environmental protection. So Secretary General, let's go back and take vote for those two initiatives.
So the changes requested from the Russian delegate for the second subpoint of the third initiative is replacing the above mentioned line with the yellow highlighted portion. If all of you agree, then we substitute it or we keep the original.
Dear delegates, please respond. Either we vote yes or no for this yellow highlighted initiative. Please vote yes or no. Secretary General, please share the screen. So everybody has to reach consensus for this initiative.
Then for the third subpoint of this initiative, there was a proposal to add this line, this yellow highlighted line, you can see on your screen. If we can have a voting.
Yes, we have done the voting. So
as we have not reached a consensus, we would not be adding.
Let's.
Then there were a few more additions proposed by a Russian delegate. It was asked for the addition of this line for the second subpoint of the fourth initiative.
Please vote either you agree or disagree to this addition.
We are waiting for the vote from the Kazakh delegation.
So we have reached the consent.
We
Okay.
have not reached.
We have not reached consensus, so we will not include this in our final declaration. Please, Secretary General, let's go back to the agriculture section.
So far, I've not received the revisions that are required for the second point. So these are just marked in yellow for the points that need to be elaborated better.
So let's vote for this yellow part, whether to remain it or not include it in our position, in our declaration, final declaration. Let's vote on all the delegation. Let's vote for B and let's vote for C separately. Delegation of Kazakhstan. So we have reached the consensus, so we will, so we have one disagreement. That means we will not include this in our initiative, in our declaration. So let's go to B. Let's vote for the B initiative. Kyrgyzstan, Kazakhstan, and Kyrgyzstan. Okay, we have reached the consensus, so we will include this in our final draft. Let's go ahead with the third initiative. Let's vote. Since we didn't reach consensus, so we will not include this in our final draft. So let's vote for this. The research and development facilities for environment protection first initiative under this sector. So let's vote whether we agree or disagree.
But I have a question. Pakistan is disagree, but we talked about that if Pakistan sends some comments and we can change this point or add information according Pakistan wishes, so we can include this point. But Pakistan didn't send comments, yes, and just now again refuse. I have a question. Why?
Sorry.
Okay, so please, delegation of Pakistan, send your addition for this point.
Yeah,
and
we got it.
will include this in our final draft.
Yeah, wait for a moment.
Do you agree after you send your final addition for the initiative?
Yes,
Pakistan
we just
delegation?
want
Okay.
to add a few,
Thank you so
a
much.
few words.
Okay, Kazakhstan delegate, please. All right. So Pakistan delegate agree after the edition, right? So please send your suggestion to Secretary General, and then we will add, and this will be in our final draft. Secretary General, are there other initiative that we need to do voting?
No, we have discussed all of the points.
Okay, Secretary General, you can point out the final initiatives to our delegation, which will reach to our final declaration.
Keeping in mind the time for the conference, the declaration would be sent to the delegates. We would not be doing the reading in the conference right now, and we would move on toward the closing of the conference.
Thank you all the delegates for participating in this conference and giving your initiative for the development of for the regional development of SCO region. And it was the initiative were very interesting and also very effective for the regional development, and I hope that we could and also very good that we reach consensus for various sectors, for all sectors, for all the sectors, and I'm glad to have all of you here. And finally, thank you, delegation, and thank you for your participation for this model SCO. Now back to Victoria.